fans, and welcome. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Colorado Rockies and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, please welcome your Chicago Cubs.
So just about set now. Today's starting pitcher, Shota Imanaga. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And that's in for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you drive back to the dugout.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Ryan McMahon now. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. One down, base is empty. Gets him to chase after that one. 0-2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. The shortstop takes the ball. Yeah, that's fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Just misses the mark outside the zone. McMahon at first, 1 gone. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And there's 2 away.
That's about as nasty of a splinter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Here's Michael Tolia. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And he deals. Left field, way back there. Off the scoreboard and out of here. A mammoth blast to right. A 2-run shot, and that gives them a lead. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. So impressive. You have to have such a clear and direct path to the baseball on a split finger, that location inside part of the plate. Did a tremendous job of staying inside of it and keeping that ball fair.
Chris Bryant gets a chance to hit here. And that's downstairs. And that's ball one.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That one ripped. That's back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
The wind didn't hurt the chances of that ball getting out of here, that's for sure. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Base is empty with 2 away. Nolan Jones digging in for the Rockies. Pitch misses, and that is ball one. 2 out, space is empty. Next offering is fouled back. Hard hit left side. Swanson fires over to first. That's out number 3. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, getting the nod in this one, German Marquez. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Bottom of the first. Happ up to hit.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Fastball is outside. Happ lays off.
Down.
Check swing, and he went. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
And that drops in for a strike. Got him looking. And that's the first out.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Kyle Tucker, the next to hit, takes outside. Foul ball. Fastball for a strike. And the count 1-2.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Not close with that one. And the count is 2-2. Outside. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Good job to fight that one off. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the ground to the left. On the run, sends it over to first. Not in time, and he reaches safely.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know? Yeah, no question.
Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Seiya Suzuki. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-0. And misses inside. Tap foul at the plate. Tucker stands at first with 1 out. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. And it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. It's the Rockies 3 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at the friendly confines. Second inning set to go. Tyro Estrada to the plate. Shota back to work. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Pro Armstrong makes the grab, 1 down.
The right field, the club, Sean Bouchard.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Sean Bouchard. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling. You think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a pop-up. Horner makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So they make short work of him there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Rockies 3 and the Cubs nothing. Here at Wrigley Field, digging in, Michael Busch.
The first baseman, Michael Busch.
Out into left center for a line drive base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise, he put a great swing on it.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. We talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Just missed.
Boogan, the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Pitch is in there, and the count is 3-1. Nobody out, runner at first. On the ground, could be two. The flip, there's one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So here's Horner now. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first, and that will end the inning. Cubs are down quietly. They trail in this one 3-0. New inning getting started. Here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Brenton Doyle.
Brenton Doyle.
It's been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
There's a strike at the knees. That catches the top part of the zone. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. And a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, third baseman
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Now snap throw to first. And he's back safely. Doyle on at first. Nobody out. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-2.
And down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Runner takes off. Swing and a pop-up. Tucker really on his horse for it. Snags it on the run. And there's 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Now batting,
Michael Toglia digging in for the Rockies.
Toglia.
He's already homered in this game. Now a pop-up on the infield. Bush. He's got it. And that is that. The Rockies strand 1, but they lead it 3-0. And And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark
for the
as
Cubs,
we go to the last of the third. And stepping in is the speedy Pete Crow Armstrong. That's in for a strike. And that one upstairs, ball one. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1.
That one called just inside, I think. And on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though. But he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
And delivers outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And the 3-1. And that's in for a strike.
Got a full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Three-two now. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Man, that was a pretty good battle at the plate, and I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind out a hit like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Gage Workman, the next Cub to hit. Fastball for a strike. Workman, in his rookie season, 25 years old. He's actually a former Rule 5 draft pick. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And now 1-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
1-2 now. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with. But they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there. And really, they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Siggy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually in the strike zone. And now it's Miguel Amaya. That one's upstairs, ball one.
1-0.
And a fastball misses outside for a ball. 2-0. And it's fouled away. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at-bat. If you're going to let it go, you better be ready to swing it.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. Jones going back onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Definitely didn't get all of that one, but man, the wind almost pushed it over the fence and left.
Number 8, Ian Happ.
So the lineup flips over, and next for the Cubs, Ian Happ led off the game with a strikeout. This one in the dirt. Crow Armstrong off of first with 2 away. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. Cubs lead one, still down 3-0. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Chris Bryant. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. And ball one.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And down on strikes he goes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Fastball inside just freezes the hitter. I don't think he was ready to pull the trigger. A lot of times hitters are looking away, and that one locked him up.
Right side, hard hit. Horner over to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, the second baseman, Thairo Estrada.
Next for Colorado, Thairo Estrada. Fly to center his first time. Ball one, no strikes.
Yeehaw!
And no one can get there. And that extends the inning.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Bouchard.
And now the right fielder, Sean Bouchard. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Makes the catch, and that is that. So 1 left for Colorado, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Ready to go, bottom 4. And the batter now, Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker.
Just missed. The 1-0. Right through there for a strike. And that drops in for a strike. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Upstairs.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That one missed.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 3-2. Foul ball left side, he'll see another. That one 95 to finish him off.
Really good battle right there. That final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards kick.
So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. That's inside.
No, that's inside.
And there's a strike.
Down, ball.
That clips the zone, and now 2-2.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
One down, base is empty. That's a walk. Tried another knuckle curve, but it missed for ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Marquez over to first, and he's back in on a dive. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
There's a strike. Top of the zone for a strike. 1-2. And that one popped in the air, left field. Jones makes the grab for the second out.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Dansby.
And here comes Dansby Swanson. And that one a little below the knees. Ball 1. Hot shot to third. They take the force out, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail it here 3-0. Back here at Wrigley Field, ready now for the 5th inning. Now the Rockies catcher, Jacob Stallings. Shota back to work. That one fouled off.
Oh, Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher would be in such a groove and still in the ball game at this point.
That's in there. That is strike 2. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Amaya down to first with it. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Doyle up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. High fly ball out to left field. Happ pulls that one down, 2 away.
The third baseman, number 24, Ryan.
Down the number 2 hitter, Ryan McMahon. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Back to the mound. He's got it. Over to first. And that is the inning. Nothing doing for the Rockies, but they lead it 3-0. Back here at the friendly confines, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's Nico Horner. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Bouchard snags it, 1 away.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Crow Armstrong batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Here's the 0-2. Hit in the air, center field. Doyle sizes this one up. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Gage Workman.
2 down, base is empty. And up next for Chicago, Gage Workman. Struck out swinging his first time. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Bouchard makes the grab. And that is the third out of the inning. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now, Ezequiel Tovar.
Ezequiel Tovar.
First offering, and it just misses.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Next pitch is downstairs. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Ryan Brazier up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Thielbar getting loose as well. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. And they add a run. It's 4-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. There he got a splitter that he was able to handle, allowed that pitch to travel a little bit deeper, and when it was time to commit, his hands exploded through the zone.
Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. Shota Imanaga gives way, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for the
Keegan Thompson comes on now. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Michael Toglia digging in for the Rockies. He's already homered here in this one. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Thompson in his 4th year, 29 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2017. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Gets to it on to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Here's Bryant now. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
And that is out of play. That one outside, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
And there's a foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here's Nolan Jones. He's grounded out a couple of times. Liner, and this could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
So digging in, Tyro Estrada, 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
And another ball.
2-0.
Jones at second with 2 down. Drilled out towards left center field. Crow Armstrong ranges back. Way back out of here. A 2-run homer. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they add a pair. It's 6-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Can be pretty dangerous when you fall behind in the count 2-0. You've still got to try to find a way to keep that hitter off balance. Well, he wasn't able to do it there, and the hitter did a nice job of turning that pitch around, not missing it in a hitter's count.
Sean Bouchard digging in for the Rockies. 0 for 2 in this one. In the air, right field. Tucker should have it. Brings it in, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 6-0 ball game.
Let them know that you the baddest. I ain't never seen the baddest. Let them know that you the baddest.
Well, we go bottom 6. Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out. You know, these Cubs need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. You got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Ian Happ, the next to hit. Former first-round pick out of the University of Cincinnati. Grew up in Pittsburgh. And takes low for ball 1.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Up next for the Cubs, the right fielder.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Just missed. And at first, 1 away. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Jones settles under it and makes the catch. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Suzuki.
Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Seiya Suzuki. And first offering is fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
And that misses. 1-1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Chop to third. McMahon tosses across to first. That's the 3rd out. Cubs leave 1. They still find themselves down 6-0. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare. When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least 1 nasty pitch.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike. The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher, so your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
No, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
And first offering is fouled off. Ball 1 there.
1-1.
The Rockies up big in this one here in the top half of inning number 7. 1-1 is fouled off. And that's outside.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
One down, base is empty. And that just misses. And there's ball 4.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Man at first, Ryan McMahon digging in for the Rockies. 1 for 3. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
And there's a ball.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fastball is outside. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Now batting.
So in now for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Ball.
Just off the inside edge.
1-1.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
That's outside.
That's a ball.
Now 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Out to short, Swanson. Zips it across. That ends the frame. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Rockies 6 and the Cubs nothing. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th, Justin Lawrence.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
The first baseman.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Michael Busch. He is singled and he is flied to left. Inside, just missed. Stirring in the Colorado bullpen, Lucas Gilbreth getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Alexander getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
1-1.
There's a strike, 95 of that one.
1-2.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Two and two.
Fights it off, he'll see another. and looking. That was pretty nasty.
The batter, number 7.
Swanson digs in.
Shortstop, Dansby. Swanson.
Hard on the ground to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the second baseman, Nico.
2 down, base is empty. Nico Horner will come up to hit. Climb the ladder with that fastball. Strike 1.
0-1.
That's down and in. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th.
No, that missed. That's the ball. 3-1.
Swing and a foul. Pushed off to the right. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Crow Armstrong in the box again. Takes a strike. Right through there for a strike.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
That's a ball.
That's a ball.
Tried the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one lifted to left. Jones. And that is that. 1 left for the Cubs. Still up against a 6-0 deficit.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the Cubs.
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Brazier.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Tolia leading things off and takes a strike.
All these Rockies, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
The 1-1. Pulls that one foul.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Inside, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 away.
Up next for Colorado.
Here's Bryant now.
Chris Bryant.
Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Julian Merriweather up and loosening in the pen. Next offering away upstairs.
Ball. 3-0.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
3-1.
on the inside corner for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
The left fielder, number 22.
Runner on at first with one gone. And now Nolan Jones. And downstairs. Bryant leads off first with one away. Swing and a drive deep right field. And it looks like trouble. Coming home. Relay throw to third. And he's in there. A run comes in on the play.
Comes through with the RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Runner at third with one gone. Tyro Estrada will hit next. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Bush has this one sized up and makes the grab. And there's 2 away.
The right fielder, number 12, Sean Bouchard.
Now it's the right fielder, Sean Bouchard. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate.
You don't want to run yourself out of an inning, so it's got to clearly get far enough away from the catcher. If you're the runner at third, think about scoring.
And another ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one hit to right. Tucker really on his horse for it. Makes the grab on the run. And that's the 3rd out. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Rockies 7 and the Cubs nothing. Here at Wrigley Field, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Gage Workman.
The third baseman, Gage Workman.
Lawrence back to work. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Victor Vodnik preparing to come on if needed. And the 1-0. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
Just misses with that one.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
That's
outside. And that's ball 3. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for 2. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
So man aboard, and here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
In there, and it's 0-1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Runner at second, nobody out. Outside low, and 1-1. On the ground to third, McMahon slings to first. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Ian
left
Happ,
fielder,
the
number
next
8,
cup to hit.
Ian Happ.
In there at the knees. That's strike 1. 1 out and a runner at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch misses,
That's a
and the
ball.
count is 1-1.
No, that missed. That's a
Great
ball.
take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking
balls,
ball
1
coming
strike.
in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Man at second. Ground ball right side. Tolia steps on first for the out.
The right fielder, number 30, Kyle.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. That misses the zone. 1-0.
1-0.
This one smashed down the right field line. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. The run scores from third to second. It pulls him off the bag.
Picks himself up an RBI. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Man at second here with 2 away. Now it's the DH, Seiya Suzuki. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
0-1.
Man on second, 2 down. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
One and two.
Tucker stands at second with 2 gone.
Two.
In the dirt. In there safely. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Full count.
Cut out and miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Through 8 full, it's the Rockies 7 and the Cubs 1. We go to the 9th. Jacob Stallings now.
Jacob Stallings.
Brazier measures 6 feet even, 225 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year.
That missed. That's a
That
ball.
is upstairs for ball 1. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swinging a foul out of play. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. Going back. Gone. And they tack on to their lead. It's 8-1. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ryan Brazier will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
new pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Julian Merriweather.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And now the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. Fouled off left side. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the 9th. Hit hard on the ground to short. Whips it across. Now one gone in the 9th.
The third baseman, number 24, Ryan
McMahon digging in for the Rockies. That's in there.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
And a swing and a miss there. Activity in the bullpen. Javier Assad up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. That misses the zone. Now 1-2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Now batting.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit for the Rockies, Ezequiel Tovar. And there's a strike.
0-1.
And ball 1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. That's back there. Hauls it in on the warning track. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Victor Vodnik.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Michael Busch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Jones pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. Wrigley Field, the second oldest active ballpark in MLB. It opened in 1914 as Weedman Park for the Federal League's old Chicago Whales franchise. Dansby Swanson stands in. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3.
But it gets a little tricky in the outfield here at Wrigley with the wind patterns from Lake Michigan. Better check which way the flags are waving when you put together your game plan.
Ball one,
That's the
no
ball.
strikes.
1-0.
One down, base is empty.
Oh, yeah.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, they just threw that
1 and 2,
fastball by him,
count.
elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
That one
that's
outside.
out.
And the count is even, 2-2. The Cubbies with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two now. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Cubbies with only one out left.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the
next,
pitcher
the
wanted,
Cubs.
but it worked. He got the
Second
swing and
baseman,
miss, and
Cubs.
I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Corner in the box with two gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Two down, nobody on here in the last half of inning number 9. And now it's
That's
even
it.
up.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. Popped up. McMahon drifts towards it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Rockies take this one in a blowout.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays. Great performances all the way around. Just one run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.